Hey there, just wanted to go over your Reformation study guide in case you're missing something. Plus, this is an awesome way to get some tips about the actual test. So, Martin Luther is the founder of Lutheranism. He wrote the 95 Theses, and that was completed around 1517. The 95 Theses was a list of issues Luther had with the church. Remember, they are abuses that weaken faith, and it sparks the Reformation. Some Lutheran beliefs include baptism in the Eucharist. Martin Luther and the controversy with the church is this idea of the tension between faith and good work. The decline of Lutheranism was because of the dominance of other Protestant faiths, especially Calvinism. The execution of Huss was in 1415 because he spoke against the Catholic Church and called for reform. Henry VIII was the King of England. His wives go in this order: Catherine of Aragon, Anne Boleyn, Jane Seymour, Anne Clevey, Catherine H., and Catherine Parr. Henry VIII's break with the Catholic Church was because he wanted a divorce from his wife, Catherine of Aragon. He made a church really similar to the Catholic Church, and the king was the head because of the Act of the Supremacy. Zwingli believed that there was a strict moral code. Salvation was on faith alone, the power of the Eucharist, and believed only in scriptures. Anabaptists believe in adult baptism. They were pretty well disliked, so you'll see that they're often crushed by different military groups, crushed by armies, I wrote. John Calvin was exiled because they thought he was trying to create a new papacy. John Calvin. So John Calvin's beliefs, I didn't actually write this in here. Remember, we have the Lord's Supper, and we have baptism. The beliefs of Calvinism are pretty strict. They believe in predestination and things like that. The Genevan Church. So this was Calvin's church, and it was made to look like Milan. I guess I'll write predestination in here for you guys. The Council of Trent attempted to modernize the Catholic Church, made two popes illegal, and ended the sale of indulgences. It did recognize the Jesuits. However, it did not affirm purgatory. The vernacular is the spoken language of a certain place. John Wycliffe translated the Bible. Please note that William Tyndale also translated the Bible, specifically the New Testament, into English in 1526, so shortly after. So if you had to pick, make sure you know what it's asking. Is it in English? Is it just a translation? What year is it? Is it the New Testament? The Old Testament? Okay. Thomas More was a religious figurehead under Henry VIII in England. Thomas Cranmer was the Archbishop of Canterbury, which is essentially the highest post in Henry VIII's new church. The Jesuits are Catholic, and they are followers of Ignatius Loyola. Puritanism is a pure form of Catholicism, which is really its own form of Protestantism because it's not recognized by the Catholic Church. These people were primarily found in England. Separatism is just another name for people who are separating from the church. These are reformers. This comes up twice because it's on it. So Philip Melanchthon is the presbyter of Germany. Conrad Grebel is part of this priesthood of the believers. Michael Servetus is a strong opponent of Calvinism. He really did not like Calvin or what he was doing. Jan of Linden is the head of the Anabaptists in the Dutch lands. This idea of your realm, your religion is a result of the Peace of Augsburg, which is down here. The Peace of Augsburg was by Charles V, signed into order, and it ends the religious warfare in the Holy Roman Empire, establishes Lutheranism and Catholicism as the two religions of the area. All right. Erasticism is the idea of church over state. Again, the Act of Supremacy was passed by Henry VIII, making the king the head of the church in England. The Peasant Revolt is when the nobles fought the peasants in the Holy Roman Empire it got too out of control. Luther wanted to end because churches, the artwork, everything was getting destroyed. So he ends up speaking out and saying that the nobles need to stand up. And finally, Baroque art is dark, detailed art displaying biblical stories, and it combines Renaissance with Northern Renaissance artwork. So it's about like those oil paints, on canvases, but it has more highlighting, darker backgrounds, that kind of thing. Hope that helps.